Hey, this is Shane again. I want to go over what really makes up a successful lead magnet, something that people are going to want to put in their email address and will be excited about getting, and they'll also consume, read, take in, take action on, and then lead into higher sales for you down the road because a good lead magnet can really set up your funnel, your email autoresponders, and your authority and credibility versus a lot of the generic ones that we see out there. So let's go over what makes a lead magnet because it also, goes a long way to affecting your conversions on your landing page. You can have all the other elements in there, the right button, the right design, the right layout, but if the lead magnet isn't something that people want, you'll really struggle with conversions and then with follow-up sales as you go. So the first thing we want is it to be ultra specific. We always say one problem, one solution. Don't try to solve every problem that your niche has. Just pick one thing, focus on that, okay, and go after that market. You don't want it to be really vague and open-ended. You want to tell people exactly what it is. Make one big promise instead of lots of little things. That's more of what a paid product is, where it does, A, B, C, D, E, F. With the lead magnet, we just want it to solve one problem. You don't give something, people have a problem, you offer them one solution. Okay, that works. Now they know that when they get into your paid products, that it's also going to be good. Moving on, a known desired end result. So what does your market really want? We use forums to research what people are asking, what's going on in real times, find out real problems that people are having based on the questions that they're asking. You could also use social media, but you can find forums in any sort of niche. So if you can figure out that one end result, are people looking to make $50 a day? Do people need to lose 10 pounds? Do people want to improve their diet? Do people want to get pregnant? So know what the end result is, and then you offer one piece of that, and you'll be having people give you their email addresses hand over fist. Also, immediate gratification. Immediate gratification is not a 50-page ebook, a 10 video series, a 2-week course that they're signing up for. People want something short that they can consume right away. Look at the culture that we live in today. People want it now, now, now. So you have the opportunity to give that to them, and hopefully when you look at all this stuff, it's making the creation of the lead magnet much easier. You're only solving one problem, you're offering one solution. It has to be real short. You give them one result. It doesn't have to be some massive book. Number 5 is it shifts the relationship. So when we give them an example, one of that we give away, a big problem in our niche is finding traffic for websites. So we tell them our favorite traffic source and we give that away in a lead magnet. It's only 3 pages long, the actual content. So it does more than inform. It builds a relationship with them. People know what we do. They're able to follow what we do. And then it pre-frames them to buy in the future. In the end of that lead magnet, we let them know that we have more traffic sources available. We're going to show them exactly how to use them, just like was shown in the book. And then we follow up with email. So you're presenting yourself as the authority in that report. So if you're able to offer, people have one problem, and now you're the person that provides that solution, it really shifts the relationship. So now they're much more likely to buy from you in the future. You've helped them out once, and you helped them out for free. Now imagine how much you'll be able to help them out if they pay for that information. So perceived value is also important. You want to spend some time, and you don't have to go out and pay to have anybody create your report. We just use Microsoft Word, make sure that we put some outlines on it, make sure the font is nicer, throw some pictures in, just make sure that it looks high quality. You don't want it to look cheap. So that sets yourself up for the future when it's time to sell. And the last 2 things we want you to keep in mind that go into a successful lead magnet, which is going to improve your conversions, high actual value. So under promise and under deliver. If you can solve that person's problem in just a couple pages, great, do that. You're going to get their email, but it doesn't lose their attention when it's short. If you give out a 60-page ebook, nobody's going to read it. Most of the time, even when people pay for that information, they don't even read it. So keep it short, working, actionable, something they can do in those few pages that's going to get them results. And we've talked about this in the past, but shorter is better. Give them something where people are actually going to read it, remember it, and now that helps build that relationship, shifting the relationship like we talked about in the last slide. They don't keep their attention, so 10 videos, while it sounds like a lot of value, people aren't going to watch it anyways, and they're not going to get anything out of it because they're going to move on to the next thing. So give them something that can be consumed quick, 5, 10, 15 minutes, and that will help you with those successful lead magnets. I suggest you watch this lecture again because it's really important, and this is really the direction that we see lead magnets going in when people are providing their email address for something for free. And this is really important because it's the start of your funnel, it's the start of your profits, it's the start of your relationship with your list. So it really dictates what's going to happen after that person joins your list. And of course, if you're spending time to get free traffic or you're spending money on paid traffic, you want as many people as possible to convert, and a lot of it is with the lead magnet. If after you create your lead magnet, you want us to take a look at it, please feel free. You can put a link in the discussion, or you can shoot us a message, and we're more than happy to check out your lead magnet and offer any suggestions if needed. Thanks, and we'll see you in the next lecture.